Okay, because the Origins line is winding down and they're kind of shifting into different arenas like the Filmation style figures and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I think it's a good time to take inventory and show how I organize my figures. And I kind of do like what I've got going on with the organization process. I wish I could have gotten one on card, at least one on card, and one to open from the series, but I still don't have every single figure because I live in Canada and it is quite difficult to track some of these figures down without paying crazy prices. We have the worst shipping. It's been quite a struggle. You know what? It's been quite a struggle collecting Masters of the Universe since, in all of its incarnations, it's always been quite a chore to go hunting for the toys, and some things were difficult to find, and some things weren't, but I am happy with these so much. This is my favorite Masters of the Universe line so far. The Origins have taken the classic look and not the classics look. Wasn't a fan of those, really, to be honest. But has taken the original figure looks and given them articulation, updated the colors, and I love this line so much, and brought in new stuff and incorporated new figures that we haven't seen before, lots of redecos, and let me show you how I organize. Okay, first of all, who don't I have? I don't have a Whiplash because that wave never came to Canada, but I have been very lucky that I've gotten 3 figures from friends that have sent them, just not Whiplash. He's the last one to get. And what else are we missing? Koldar, which I ordered 2 of, but Mattel sent me Matchbox cars instead. And by the time I got them, they had no replacements, of course, because I don't know, that's how they operate. So never got him. His price keeps going up and up, and I need to get him. They'll probably make him in the Filmation style, but it's not the same. I want this one. I think I like these even better than the new Filmation. The Filmation ones look good, don't get me wrong, but they look a little less like the original figures, and these really do have that 70s, 80s look that I loved about the original series. And Duplico from the Sunmen. I really like the Sunmen. The Sunmen addition to this line is, I'm so happy. Like right here, I would say these are my 3 favorite figures, and I guess it's because they're totally brand new. I mean, the Sorceress is just a redeco. I loved the mini comics. I loved the original mini comics, so I guess those are some of my favorites, and I'll show that. That's one that I haven't opened yet. I haven't opened up mini comic Many Faces, which I want to do, but this, I love these redecos, these comics. I'm going to put her in with this group, and this is how, okay, so this is how I'm grouping them. I have my what do you call these? I don't know what to call them. They're He-Man and Skeletors with their gimmicks. So just reissues. Do I have are there any other ones? I guess, and Hordak. So anytime that they remade He-Man and Skeletor and Hordak and gave them those deluxe ones and they gave them the gimmicks, those are my least favorite figures, of course, but I do like those. And then I have my Heroic Warriors in one box. And I have my Evil Warriors in another box. And then I have my mini comic versions in another box. What else do I have in here? Oh, I have my, because the bin is so big, this is another thing that I don't have. I don't have the Lords of Power set. It was $500 to get it to Canada. And I probably should have gotten it. I was really hoping that they would continue to release them, at least in different decos, but I have put these ones in here So perhaps if I was going to put these ones in here too, because these are kind of, I guess I could call them this box packaging and mini comic versions. So really, I would say really 70s inspired, which the line came out in the 80s, but they were developing it like in 79, and it was all the artwork was based on like 70s version artwork. And I love the creepy style of this, and these colors are especially really cool. So that is what we do here, the mini comic versions. Oh yeah, I had some questions about that maybe you guys can input. These are my old knees, all the girls with old knees. I have managed to get all of them with the new knee sculpt. So, and then the ugly She-Ra. One of the only problems I had with the line was this She-Ra's face, and the knees I didn't like. Yeah, I didn't mind them, but I don't understand why they made them like that. And that was pretty cool that the fans pointed it out, and the fans said, "Can you fix that?" And Mattel listened, and they did that. So I love that. I love that when a toy company does listen to the people who buy their product. So that's pretty cool. What else do we have over here? Oh, let's take a little break from the figures. People always liked when I showed this. This is how I organize my mini comics. I put them in a binder, and I think I do have to organize this more. In Canada, international comics, they don't have words on them, and then the American ones have the words on them, so it's a whole other experience. I'm hoping to trade with some people and get at least one of each, but you usually get 4 of each because they come out in 4s. So I do have these, and this is how I like to display them. And then I strategically open the pages so you can read the whole comic just by flipping through and seeing the whole thing. I have yet to read any of the comics, I guess mostly because a lot of my comics don't have the words on them, so they don't make a lot of sense without the words. And then I save these schematic drawings, which I think are so cool. I've always loved the package art. So I love this binder with started with the WWE figures, but yeah, I love those mini comics. The artwork is so good. Again, fans of the products, kids that grew up, I think that's amazing. Kids that grew up as fans of Masters of the Universe ended up doing the artwork for that, and that's an incredible story too. Box of Horde. So this is where we keep the Horde figures. Oh, I put She-Ra in there. Interesting. I didn't really like She-Ra's soft goods. It doesn't really fit with the rest of the line, so I have those off. Yeah, I don't understand that. Yeah, but this Noonie She-Ra is so good, and I guess you have to watch my video to see the comparison. But there's the face. I don't have the one with her with hair. That also came out at the same time as the Lords of Power 4-pack. 4-pack? Was it or 6-pack? Was it a 6-pack? Was it 8-pack? 1, 2. I have 5-pack. I don't know how many Lords of Power they are. I just know that I need the rest of them. I need He-Man and Skeletor. I guess it was a 5-pack, $500, $100 each. I probably should have did that. That is kind of how much one of these deluxe figures costs normally in Canada anyway. I have 2 different sizes of bins. I have small bins and big bins. But I think it's going to grow. And are we going to get the missing figures? I don't know. Alright, this is what we're splitting up today. Oh, these are the ones I'm not quite sure with how I have them organized. So cool. I love these. I love these figures so much. I have these out, and I just put them with Snake Mountain, which I have up here. We'll just put that out of the way. And this is a horse that I got at the dollar store. I'm gonna take a picture of that for MOTUesday today and put that up on Instagram. Follow toohunky on Instagram. This is the 2000X. So anytime a snake armor figure came out, I am putting it in here, which is because that stuff was invented with 2000X. So it does fit in with the 2000X. We have a 2000X Evelyn and whatever Trapjaw's name was before he turned into Trapjaw. King Randor in his 2000X armor. Skeletor in his. That reminded me of the He-Man 5-pack. Oh, this is getting dangerous. I put that into the Redeco box. I thought I was going to go in and look at each figure, but I guess we're not going to do that today because this video would be too long, even though one day we might. But oh yeah, and I also put this one into this very special Skeletor. Translucent figures are my favorite, so I had to get this one when it came out, despite its cost to Canada. It actually wasn't bad, and Mattel Creations does have amazing priced shipping. It's just when they don't send you the item you ordered, you're screwed, and that's happened to me a couple times, actually, a few times, more than twice. So yeah, these are the gimmicked versions, the gimmicked up versions. Oh, and then the what was this? This was a 4-pack of the different He-Man incarnations. I have those separate and a little bit protected. I opened up that box. I don't know if I opened up any of the cardboard ones. I might have, one or two of them might be in here. The ones that are covered in the single ones covered in cardboard boxes. Because I didn't have Koldar, I was kind of holding out. And some of these, I don't know if I would know where to put them. Because it is a Redeco Cobra Khan. And then we have, I don't even know who this guy is. Is this Wondar? I know I have a Wondar open. Or do I? Or maybe it's the other guy that looks like one, a Koldar, that's one, a Keldor, that's... They do some crazy German lore and stuff in this series. Oh, Frogmonger, so this is a double. I did open Frogmonger, I guess because that was the coolest looking figure I ever saw in my life. One of the Sunmen figures. Did I show those? Those ones, I'm so excited. Where are those? Oh, they're right here. Maybe we didn't get to those. I love these. Brian and Veronica are sending me the 3-pack. There's another 3-pack that has recently come out. I'm gonna need that for sure. I might have to take a trip to the States now that it's easier to cross the border. Things have opened up. I live close to the American border. I have to take my bicycle, so I don't think I'll be doing that in the wintertime. I haven't opened up Grizzlor, which is insane. A Redeco of a Sunman figure that I have to open. And then, again, I don't know who this is. I don't know if this is Wondar or Black Attorney and He-Man something or other. And then, oh, a new Snake Man, Fangor. Oh, and I don't... Where is that? I do have the 4-pack, so there's 3 other snakes and another Snake Armor He-Man that I have to open from the new 4-pack that I got, which I'm not going to show you today because I don't know where it is. I think it's over there. That guy. Like, I'm really showing you these things, too. Oh, we know where this one goes. So this is a mini-comic version of Triclops. So that one's going in the mini comic box, one of my favorite boxes to look at. And then I did talk about the Snake Men and everything, but what do I want to? Oh yeah, this is a very special box to me, but it's time to break it up because I don't know if we are going to complete it, to tell you the truth, where's Dragster? He's not from this Wave 6. I put Wave 6 together, and I love Wave 6, but I don't really think that this counts. I don't think this guy counts. He is Wave 6, but they resculpted him, so I'm going to put him right away in Snakeface, in with the Snake Man. I didn't even put Squeeze in with the Wave 6, even though these guys are two of the Wave 6 figures. But my favorite Wave 6 figures are the ones that were very subtly changed. We have, and I never had this whole wave as a kid. That's why these are very, very important to me. So they just made them so much like the original figures, where they just reused parts and recolored them. And that is what I loved about Masters of the Universe in the beginning. And that's when we finally got an official King Randor release. He was a mail-in order before they released him as a figure. I was so happy when he came out as a regular. Oh, well, actually, I wasn't happy because I wasn't collecting the toys. I was too old for them. So these ones are my favorite. It was the first time we saw the Sorceress. They did give her a whole redeco. I'm talking back in the 80s here, by the way. So that's why I stuck these all together. And then we did get every single one that was, I guess, because they're reused parts, so they were easy for them to make this time around with the Origins line. Faker is a standout because he was the only figure to ever be re-released. Like, they gave him new packaging and stuff. So they would refresh characters in the 80s every once in a while, but not really. They would just bring them out again. But Faker, they really, really did release him. They put him in this Wave 6 wave, so he's kind of a very special, cool figure. And I never had him. No, I didn't have him as a kid. I guess because he looked too much like He-Man, that it was kind of like, I guess I was really young, so I was the youngest, so I think my parents were buying for me. They probably didn't want to buy me the same figure with different colors on them. So these ones are special to me, but they're going into their categories. They're going into their regular boxes now. Oh, I do have 3 Fakers because I found 2 at a thrift store that I brought home and washed up. So do I really want to put him in with the other Fakers? I guess I can have a Faker army. Look, I got 3 of them in here. I know that I had the wrong loincloth. Anyway, he's going in there. King Randor is going into the Heroic Warriors, along with Clamp-Champ. I really want Dragster and Blast Attack. So Blast Attack is the other guy from Wave 6 that they never put out, but that would be because he has a complete different specific mold. He blasts apart. He has this gimmick, but the gimmick's done in a way that wasn't... He still had arm movement. I really didn't like gimmicks as a kid. He was amazing. Okay, this the whatever her name is, the Sorceress, is going into my Heroes box, and then I guess on Clamp-Champ's head, Clamp-Champ's hand, Clamp-Champ's clamp, Scareglow, so cool. Oh, one of the only complaints I have with this line, and I don't think it fits in because these are such hunky chunky figures, and why I like them, I have mentioned this many times. That little string on the cape, it's just too much detail. It's too thin. It's not like this style. They're so Fisher-Price, chunky, thick, sturdy, and that is so out of place. Just that one cable on his cape. I don't understand why that's like that. It's very classics. Clamp-Champ, Clamp. And then who is this guy? they made him completely different. They didn't give him his cloth goods, which is another reason why She-Ra doesn't really fit in to this line, because if they were going to give She-Ra cloth goods, they should have gave Ninjor. Is that his name? It's got to be. This is a lot of information. I forget sometimes. I'm getting old. Ninjor? The white one, the white version that they made of him, which was a prototype that they never made. I didn't even realize when I did the review that he was a good guy, but he's a heroic warrior. Okay, so these guys are going into the bad Scareglow. I know his name. I do know their names, I swear. It's just brain farts. So I do have lots of other figures to open. Oh, and there's more, and we'll show you what I'm opening up in the upcoming weeks. I do have to open up that Snake Man 4-pack, which I really don't know where I put it. It's huge. I should be able to see it. I've got lots of things obstructing my view. Can we look at these, though, first? Can we look how awesome these are? I guess I do have to open up the Triclops mini comic version, because the mini comics ones are so important to me. The colors are so weird. Green Goddess in green. I really wish they would have made her translucent. I think that's why this Sorceress is my favorite, is because she's such a solid color, and she's got the translucent wings, and she looks like I wanted. Well, they called her the Sorceress, the Green Goddess. I wanted her to look like that. I don't know why they gave her so many colors. Maybe in the mini comic she looks like that. I don't know. These are so good. I also hope that they put out Man-at-Arms in his Lords of Power outfit, and they put out Skeletor in his Lords of Power outfit, and they put out He-Man in his Lords of Power outfit. I really like how these snake armored figures, the 2000X figures, have translated. I think because they were always a little too detailed for me in that line and too much paint deco, but I like how they're simplified here, where they haven't painted them too much. I mean, there's fur on the sides of Man-at-Arms' armor, and they left it silver. So I like that. That's what I like in a toy. Simple, again, like Fisher Price. That's what attracted me to these. These were big toddler toys that looked like monsters and scary things that should have not been made as toddler toys. Initially, when I was a kid, that's why I was attracted to them, because they were so weird. They were cute, but they were also creepy as hell. So amazing. Okay, and then there's this box, which I'm confused at. So, I mean, I should put these together in with my other animals that I've opened. Then I haven't opened those yet. But is this a... I think this is supposed to be a mini comic colored Skeletor. And is this supposed to be the ones that came with Zoar and Screech? Is this supposed to be a mini comics Teela? And why, if it was supposed to be a mini comics Teela, why didn't they color her hair yellow? She came with the bird. I mean, there's in one of the very first mini comics, she has a horse. I think it's just a regular horse without, like this one. Why didn't they make her hair yellow? Her hair should have been yellow. Maybe they'll make a yellowed-haired version. But if you know the answer to this, are these mini comic? I think it even said on the box. I'm going to have to look. I'm going to have to do some research. Maybe you'll tell me in the comments below. Are these mini comic versions? I'm putting them in anyway right now. They are... I love the colors on these. I think that they really do stand out. Her the color of her sword and everything is amazing, and the wash on the Skeletor. I don't like the paint apps. I don't know why I like this. It's just done. I guess it's done with one color. So that's why it's acceptable, and it's not black. It's special, and it's subtle, and it's purple and red that clash a little bit. It's very, very 70s creepy, and the color, it reminds me of the original Masters in the Universe, where the color combinations were so weird. Another reason why I love them so much, because they were color combinations that shouldn't have gone together. So yes, those are going into the mini comic color versions. That's where I'm putting those. His staff. I guess I could put the two birds in there too. And what else is in here? Doesn't she have a snake staff? Maybe she didn't come with a snake staff. That's oh no, here it is. I love this color. I love that it's translucent, and it's, yeah, anytime that they have translucent, that's awesome. But what do I do with him? This is what I don't know. So a palace guard is, you know what? Is that more 2000X, or did they base the palace guards on the original Filmation cartoon? And then we have, I guess this is a good miscellaneous box. Was he in a cardboard box, or did he come on just a regular card? I can't remember. German Anti-Eternia He-Man. Oh, that would be his name. And then this is the weird one. This is the Keldor. Are you Keldor? Or Keldor Faker? Or from the multiverse, I think that came from. And then we have the two Skeleton Warriors, opened up recently. So these are weird miscellaneous figures that I don't really know. And also, this is something, I think I mentioned this in a later video, that I didn't mention in the review of these. This stuff was always the same color, and they made the armor different colors for the two different birds, which is interesting. It's actually a kind of across this weird orange red that they used on everything. I loved that color. I'm going to put those in with the mini comic version. No, that doesn't even make sense. I guess they have to go in with my vehicles and beast box. And I haven't opened up a lot of vehicles and beasts, because where am I going to put them? If I put them in a bin, I can't. They're not going to take up less space if I open them. I have opened some. I could just, to tell you the truth, I could just look at these figures all day. And I actually do want to go through them. The Sunman collection. Can't wait to get the other ones from this. Mattel said that Duplico, if that's his name, whatever his name is, the only white guy from Sunman, they said he was coming, that they were distributing to Europe, and my friend in Europe is like watching and waiting for them to come out. So that's what I'm planning on getting him from. The Whiplash thing, Whiplash is just going up. They are reissuing some of the Origins when they're putting out the Filmation versions. So that wave was very, very rare. So I would think that they would put him out again. They're not changing those as far as I know. So it wouldn't be so bad just to get that Whiplash again. I think that the card is going to be the same, and everything's going to be the same with those reissues. We have the Snake Man. The Snake Man box is one of the biggest, most filled box. I have. Do you understand why the Snake Man is such a big thing? I guess maybe the guys are a bit younger who are working on the line now, and they grew up with the Mike Young cartoon. So the Snake Men were huge in that series. I mean, that was the best cartoon. I didn't like the Filmation cartoon. I've mentioned that a million times in these videos. But the Mike Young cartoon was really, really good. The story was really captivating, and I was excited to tune into the next episode. We have two snake girls in here. I kind of want to put Tila in the Snake Man box because Tila belongs in there, but we have a Tila. I have a couple, there's a couple female characters, but Tila came with the whole snake headdress and stuff on, and she belongs. She really belongs in the Snake Man. Like, she's a snake goddess, but she's not an official Snake Man, so I'm really nerding out now, aren't I? We might have to look through these. I guess I could do a real, if we ever get these completed, if we ever get the basics completed, hopefully they continue making this longer and more than they did the classics. We might actually have more Origins figures now than they made of classics, but we are missing some key pieces. Again, my most wanted is Blast Attack, because I never had him as a kid. Always wanted him afterwards. Always regretted not getting that Wave 6. And now I have most of them in this new form, which I like even more. But they still haven't made Blast Attack. And Dragster looks kind of just like Blast Attack. Those two together would be awesome to have. And who else are we waiting for? I don't know who else we're waiting for. Do you know who you want that we're waiting for? I'm super excited about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ones. I don't know if we're going to get them in Canada. A lot of these things I saw that came out were Target exclusives, the new announcements, and Canada doesn't have Target. And sometimes Toys R Us would get in Canada would get some of the things that Target was when the line first came out, but they never got the Sunman stuff. And it's very stressful for me. It's actually teaching my OCD completistness. It's actually probably been really good for it, because I've been really like accepting that maybe I'll never have these figures. It worked that way with the WWE line, which was Walmart USA exclusives. Well, they would give us a couple waves, but we missed so many of the WWE figures, and they were $36 each. $36 in the store for one of these figures. Kind of crazy expensive, but I bought every single one that came here. And sometimes just one would show up on the website, one from a wave, and then I'm missing 3 from the wave. I still have another one of those to open. Actually, let's not end the video. Yeah, let's take a look at what I have left to open. Besides all of these, which I am going to open, and I think I discovered that I have opened some of the cardboard single boxed ones. I just didn't remember it. That's the one that I really want to open. But what else do I have in here? Oh, yeah. Okay. This is really hard for me. I know that they are re-releasing a Beastman in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle line, and he's translucent and he's awesome and he's cool. So that one I will get to open and have. But I can't put this flocked figure in the bin with the other. I can't, it's gonna squish his flocking. So I am probably going to open and review him, but then plus when you put the armor on, if you've had flocked toys before, it dents the flocking, and I don't want to dent the flocking, but I do want them to release one that's unflocked. Like, I didn't take the Panther out of the package. This guy's got to stay in the package. I probably will open it, but please, Mattel, give us a molded Beastman. Just a regular molded Beastman. That's what they should have did first. They should have made a regular molded. It's too late though now. They're not going to release a molded Beastman and put him on a card. That's what they should have did, and people would have bought it, and they would have thought he was cool, and they would have loved him and said, "Oh, I wish we would get a flocking one." And then they put out this special one that you have to get, and then everybody's still going to buy this one because it's a special cool flocked one. But now that they put out this one, they'll never give us because they don't even make Origins. They're not making the regular Origins figures anymore. I think one-offs that are on the website. But maybe they will. I really want this. A Beastman sculpted in plastic. No flocking. I can't see how it'll be a possibility. I guess that is my most wanted figure. Mini comic Many Faces. So we have to open up him. The skin color even on the original, the skin color is so confusing to me because he's obviously naked, but the skin color is so weird that it looks like he's not naked. But then that happens with even, wrestlers. They're huge, right? And they're just wearing like tiny little Speedos. But for some reason, because there's so much bulk on them, you don't realize that they're completely naked. Okay, here's the one-off. Here's the one-off that I got off of the Walmart website where I just ordered one figure, and the rest of the wave never saw in stores, never saw online, just this one guy. I mean, every once in a while they would say they had them in stock, but then you would try to put them in your cart and it would say that they're not in stock. And I have never opened these two. I think I have a few of these in another box, but I've never opened the reissued ones with the classic faces of He-Man and Skeletor. So I do have to open those. The only difference is that they're face sculpts. I personally like the newer face sculpts because they're different. I have these face sculpts. I mean, I don't have this face sculpt. That's totally weird. But they say that that's the one that's supposed to be the original face sculpt. Anyway, they're cool to have. Just another variant of He-Man. That's what I should have called those deluxe figures that I didn't know what to name. And I still haven't opened up this. Playsets I'm going to open. Oh, I didn't order Eternia because it was $1,000. So yeah, I couldn't order that to get it to Canada and the shipping and the Canadian exchange rate. However, I do have a Classics Castle Grayskull that's worth about $2,000. So if I sell that, then I mean I could get 2 Eternias, and I think I still am able to pre-order it from some secondary toy stores in Canada. So maybe it's not too late for me to order an Eternia. I don't know where I'm going to live or move by the time that comes out. So I don't, and it's so big. So I really want it. Yeah, I don't know the story behind that. Anyway, this smaller playset, I have the original up there sitting on my top shelf, and I don't know if I would have bought those originals a few years ago. I got a really good deal on pristine, in great shape Castle Grayskull, and with Point Dread, which I never had as a kid. I never had the Point Dread. Had Castle Grayskull, of course. But I can't believe I haven't opened this. I do want to compare it. I love how so 70s inspired. And then something very, very weird that I have, which not even made by Mattel Wrestling, but made by, I don't know what this company is. I don't know who AEW is. But they have this stuff which would be the perfect scale for Masters of the Universe accessories. So I always did want to open up these on a Tuesday. I should have gotten more of these packs. Oh wait, there's 2 chairs. I didn't realize that they had a chair in both packs. So these were $3 for a while, and I should have bought more of them from Walmart. But I just bought one of each, and I just thought that they would be really cool accessories to put with some of the Origins figures at some point, and great diorama pieces for sure. So kind of Origins related, but not really. That's what I have of lots of other stuff. I also did another collection video where I had the vehicles. I know that I have another big box in my closet filled with more Origins stuff. We have to take that out and look at that, and I have a drawer over here that's filled with stuff that's Masters of the Universe paraphernalia. Let me see. Let's see if I can dig out of here. Oh, it's a good example. For example, these minifigures that I don't think I will ever open. I have a full collection of those that I picked up. And right on top also are puzzles, but I have other dollar store Masters of the Universe stuff, things that I want to open. I never did open up the Dollar Tree figures and the Masters of the Universe minis and all of that crazy stuff. Anyway, this is a little segment of my collection. I'm glad that I took inventory and know what I really, really want to open, which I've decided today that the two things you can expect in a new video are the 4-pack of new Snake Men, which I don't think there's room for in a box, and the Manny faces and the Triclops. I really want to open up those because I love these mini comic version figures. Okay, enough is enough. So I don't know if this is a long one or not. I've been talking a long time. I love Masters of the Universe. Geeking out on Masters of the Universe. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.